Well, new channel, same old Marshall. Here we go again with the exact same videos and the exact same talking points and the exact same claims we've heard 10 million times over and over again already. Marshall Mathers the Fourth. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Darth Nihilus. You Kanga wanking weirdo. You do realize, right, that the two most recent uploads to your channel, you've already made those videos before. And they're damn near word for word the same as the previous ones you've made. Marshall, you're just talking in circles at this point. You know, I watch your videos on 2 times playback speed because I don't have all day to listen to you go on and on about the same stuff I've heard 10 million times already. Yeah, so I know that video, your most recent one, it was nothing new. I've heard all that shit before, and everyone else has too. People just aren't even tuning in anymore, Marshall, because they already know what you're going to talk about and what you're going to say. You're boring people at this point. That's why I said in our Instagram DMs, do some different stuff too besides these same videos over and over again. And you said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with this black pill incel content and release dates. Like, good luck keeping an audience that way. Good luck building your channel up again. If you're just going to make the same shit over and over again, people are going to get bored and not going to pay attention to you anymore. And no, that doesn't mean us trolls. Us trolls are always going to pay attention to you and troll you. So just by doing the same videos over and over again is not going to get rid of the trolls. I also find it really funny that your newest video is all about women, when in our Instagram DMs, you said, I don't ever want to associate with any women because they're all sluts and whores who suck dick and take dick up the butt, but won't burp or fart on me. And I never want anything to do with women. But then you go on and make an hour-long video all about women. Like, what the fuck is that? If you are serious about being done with women and wanting nothing to do with them, why are you making hour-long videos on your YouTube channel about them? You're letting women live rent-free in your head and giving them a platform on your YouTube channel, yet you claim you want nothing to do with them. If you really don't, then why don't you stop talking about them on your YouTube channel and just move on? Either move on by making different videos and not talking about women anymore on your YouTube channel, or just go out and get a job and make money instead. Which money, I'm going to get to money in a little bit. I got more to say about that. But it's stupid. Why are you making hour-long videos about women when you claim you want nothing to do with women? I also found it very interesting that you would not comment, and I said this more than once in our Instagram DMs, that what would you have to say if someone said that you deserve death for liking burps and farts? You had no reply to that. I'm sure you think that's unfair and unreasonable if someone says that you deserve the death penalty for wanting to get burped and farted on. But you think it's fully justified for people to get the death penalty for having oral sex. And you're living in this like delusional fantasy world where you think you could stop everyone in the world from having oral sex, and that oral sex needs to be banned and be a criminal offense. The world doesn't work that way. You can't control what people do in the privacy of their own bedrooms. People are going to keep having oral sex, and there's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do? Barge into people's private bedrooms and say, hey, get that dick out of your mouth. That's illegal. That shit's never going to happen, you fucking moron. Just learn to live with it. Oral sex, it feels great. It's very enjoyable, and it's a natural thing. I also noticed you did not answer this question in our Instagram DMs when I asked you, did you tell your mom and dad, Lisa Holmes and Scott Holmes, yes, I said their real names, what are you going to do about it, Isaac, that you do not ever plan to move out of their house and you plan to be a bum leeching off them for the rest of their lives? You would not answer that question, so I'm assuming that you probably haven't mentioned that to them, that you have no intention of ever moving out and leeching off of them permanently. I feel like they should know. Scott needs to give you a good kick in the pants to get you out there in the workforce. Your dad's already been emailed, but I don't know if your dad's just too weak-kneed to do anything about it and have an uncomfortable conversation with you. That, look, stop being a bum. Get out there and make something of your life. But he needs to. And now he's part of the trolling too, and he's going to remain a part of the trolling. Do you see Pebrick's new video that he just uploaded? Your mom's part of the trolling now too. Your whole family is going to get trolled, and it's all your fault, Marshall, because you won't improve yourself. And before you go out and try and say, oh, I didn't deserve any of this, and my family especially didn't deserve this. You're the one who put all this information about yourself, your life problems, and private details about your family matters on the internet for everybody to see. So it's fair game. Like I told you in our DMs, it's fair game. You want it to stop, maybe you should actually improve yourself. If you improve yourself, it might not stop entirely, but a lot more of it'll stop than you think. Because people aren't going to pick on a guy who's trying to get himself out of a bad situation, but they're going to pick on someone who's in a bad situation, refuses to get out of the bad situation, and keeps repeatedly complaining about the bad situation while simultaneously doing nothing to get out of the bad situation. It's also so ironic that you claimed that your videos were alt-right or far-right when you're a fucking socialist. Again, you're a socialist. Get this through your head. You are a socialist. I don't care how many times you claim to be right-wing. You're a socialist. Everyone knows you're a socialist. You have the work ethic of a socialist. You have the attitude and mindset of a socialist. You are 100% a socialist. I don't know why you're having such a hard time accepting that you're a socialist. You were never far right. You were never alt-right, any of that bullshit. You're a socialist. Everyone sees it. Everyone knows it. If you want to make a new video for your channel, just make a video titled, I am a socialist, and explain to people that, yes, I am a socialist. I was wrong. I support socialism because I want a bunch of handouts and free stuff, and I don't want to work, and I want the government to take care of me, because that's you to a T. You're a socialist, Marshall. Just own up to it. I also found it so laughable what you said in our Instagram DMs that, oh, I don't give a fuck about money. I wish I could burn all the money. I want all the money in the world to be burned. When you've made countless videos asking people for money, saying you want all these expensive things, being annoyed at how expensive everything is, you care about money. Don't pretend like you don't care about money. You do care about money. You're an e-beggar. You have a whole long history as being an e-beggar, and some people are actually stupid enough to give you money. I remember one video where someone actually gave you $300. You said their name in the video. I don't remember their name, but someone was actually stupid enough to send you $300 on PayPal. Nobody should ever send you money. That's another proof that you're a socialist. You just want people to send you money for doing absolutely nothing. That's what the government would do under socialism. Send you money for doing nothing. You're a socialist. So, Marshall, I never, ever want to hear you ask for money on your YouTube channel ever again. No more e-begging. I'm taking this as a promise that you're never going to e-beg again. You're never going to ask anyone for money. You're never going to talk about wanting expensive things because you don't give a fuck about money, as you claim. You don't give a fuck about money, so you shouldn't care about how expensive anything is, about asking people for money. None of that, because you don't give a fuck about money. You want to burn money. So you better believe that I'm going to call you out if you ever try to e-beg on this new YouTube channel. And I'm going to highlight that part of our Instagram DMs where you said that, and I'll point out, look, this guy's e-begging and he says he doesn't give a fuck about money. What a hypocrite. So, Marshall, I better not ever see you e-beg on this new YouTube channel. You're banned from e-begging now. And I know that the self-improvement advice is probably going to just go in one ear and out the other, because as you've already said in videos before that you think self-improvement is overrated and a waste of time, well, just know that the trolling's never going to stop then. And if anything, it's just going to keep getting worse, including for me. I have some ideas that I'm working on that's going to make the trolling even worse coming from me. And it'll keep coming from Mortal Kombat. It'll keep coming from Pebbrick. It'll keep coming from Marshall Mathers VII, from Ooga Man, from Swain the Antimatter, all of us. All of us who troll you, and probably new people along the way who will find out about you and start trolling you. The trolling's never going to end, and you claim that the trolling bothers you so much and the trolling pretty much drives you insane, but yet you'll do nothing to try and improve your life to at least make the trolling ease up. So I really think that it doesn't bother you as much as you let on. You kind of like the attention. You like the fact that you get trolled so much. You like us trolls. Well, we like trolling you, so I guess it's mutual if that really is the case. If you really wanted it to stop, you'd improve so that the trolling would let up and maybe stop entirely. Probably not entirely, though, because of some of the stuff you said in the past, especially about wanting 14, 15-year-old girls. You're never going to live that down. You're always going to get trolled for that. But you can at least ease up some of the trolling if you improved yourself, but you're unwilling to do that, so you're just going to get trolled harder than ever. You know, also, when we first did that FaceTime private call over Instagram, you were telling me, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to probably get a job soon. And then in our Instagram DMs, you're like, I'm never going to get a fucking job. Fuck working. Fuck contributing to society. I'm never going to work. Like, what the fuck? What a reversal. But I'm not surprised. Marshall, how long do you think you can keep going on living as a bum in your parents' basement? You know, I've already said this before, and, you know, you make me regurgitate because you regurgitate. But you're not going to get the house when your parents pass away because you have too many siblings. And even if you did, you'd still have to go and work, because assuming the house isn't paid off, you're going to have to take over the mortgage payments and pay the utilities and property taxes and all of that comes with homeownership. And how are you going to pay for it if you refuse to work? That's right. You can't. And you'll lose the house and you'll be out on the street. Or assuming the house is paid off, then you still have to pay the utilities and the property taxes. So either way, you would still have to go out and get a job in order to keep a roof over your head. You just need this fucking reality check that you're going to have to work. You're going to have to go out there and make money, or you're not going to ever have a life. And you'll probably come back and say, oh, my life's over anyway. It doesn't make a difference. My life's fucking over. You're fucking 27. You're still in your 20s. You still have plenty of time. You just want to give up, be a crybaby, and just mope in your parents' basement day after day. It's pathetic, and it's no way to live, Marshall. I also did find it very disturbing when you said in our Instagram DMs that Elliot Rodger was one of your heroes and that his victims were not innocent. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you think that they're not innocent just because they might have had oral sex. That's like a scary level of delusion. I meant it when I said that you need to go back to that institution. Like, this is not normal. This is like something that needs to be monitored and professionally diagnosed, as you in your own words said. And notice when you came onto my channel and commented, I said, go to an institution because they can professionally diagnose you. You had no response. They can do that at an institution, and you said in your latest video that you wanted to be. And yet, there's an opportunity sitting right there for you to be professionally diagnosed, and you will not take it. You really want to be, go to that institution. Tell these mental health workers at this institution your views on oral sex, and that you think that Elliot Rodger's victims were not innocent because they had oral sex. They'll probably say you need to stay here for a while. And I would agree with that. I think everybody would agree with that. You need to spend probably at least a few months in this institution and have them work on you. This is not normal. This is like a psychotic level of delusion. Also, how you said, oh, inceldom should be something you strive to be in for your entire life. You should want to be an incel for life. So you want to be a lifelong, sexless, lonely man who never experiences love or romance or sex just because this incel movement gives you a sense of community. It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you like a sense of belonging. That's so fucking stupid and pathetic. Why do you want to keep associating with such a toxic community, and yet you claim it's not toxic? It's a great community, which it's not. Instead of actually leaving inceldom behind and finding a happy and healthy relationship, which you claim to so want, but then I think deep down you know it means you're a traitor to the incel community, incel movement, if you were to get that. So I bet a lot of this bullshit that you come up with about not wanting a woman who has ever sucked dick, taken dick up the butt, or has had sex underage, it's probably all bullshit. Part of me thinks it's all bullshit because you don't want to leave the incel movement behind because it gives you a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose. You're looking at the wrong place to find a sense of belonging and purpose. There's so many better places for that. The incel movement is not something you should strive to be in for your entire life. And also, it's worth noting that you said that you would disown and block any of your little black pill buddies that got a girlfriend and escaped inceldom because they would be a traitor to the incel community. It's like, I don't think they view inceldom the same way you do. I don't think they probably want to be in it for life. I think they would probably love to get a girlfriend and have a happy and healthy relationship. This all comes down to jealousy and resentment, I think. You would just be too jealous and resentful that they were able to get a girlfriend when you weren't. That's what this boils down to. You can't be happy for one of your own so-called friends that they escaped inceldom because, like I just said, you claim that it should be something you want to be in for your entire life. Newsflash, Marshall, most people don't want to be lifelong virgins. Most people don't want to die alone. Most people don't want to be lonely men for their entire lives and never experience love or romance. You do. At least you claim you do. People don't view inceldom the same way as you. Not even your little black pill buddies view inceldom the same way you do. And Marshall, you claimed that, oh, I like animals more than people these days because of the way humanity and society is. Well, you know what? That's why I asked you, why don't you go get a job working with animals then? And your response was, no, I already take care of the animals at my parents' house. Thank you very much. There's no reason you can't do both. And even if you couldn't find the time to do both because of work, have Scott Holmes, have Lisa Holmes, have your brother Noah Holmes. Take care of them. Have them step in and take care of them. You're not the only one living in that house. And you know what? There's a dairy farm right across the street from your house. And I know people have already suggested that place to you before, and your response to those people was, no, damn it, they're not hiring. Stop recommending that place to me. You know what? I honestly feel like calling that dairy farm and asking them if they're hiring. And you better believe if they say yes, I'm going to post that to my YouTube channel here so that everyone can know that Marshall has a job opportunity right across the street from his house working with animals. And he says he likes animals more than people now, but yet he still won't take it. I think it's probably because you know that you're not going to have an excuse to quit this time. It's right across the street from your house. Commute is not an issue. You can walk to work. So you can't use the, oh, my car is unsafe excuse like you did at your last job for quitting. You couldn't use that excuse this time with this job because you don't even have to take a car to work. So, Marshall, you better go over there and ask them if they're hiring before I do. Because if I do, I'm putting it up on this channel so everybody can see that they are hiring. And this lazy bum of a black pill incel will not get off his ass and go work at the dairy farm across the street. Well, that's about all I have to say for now, Marshall. Time is money, and I don't get paid to talk shit to you on here. But do expect the trolling to continue getting worse, and not just from me, from everybody. It's not going to get any better unless you get better. This is Blazing Bad 420, and I'm out.